Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, today is my 300th video. I still can't believe I'm getting more and more videos out there for you guys. It's still pretty like, you know? So this video is gonna be a bit different from the last two milestone videos. This time I kind of want to talk about my entire channel and all the weird things I do on it. So let's start. So you guys already know about my history on this channel, starting from a very young age, maybe around 13 years old and till now, and I'm currently 20, going to be 21 this year, so awesome. Getting old. But that's not the point. This channel has gone through so many weird phases and also just random stuff in general. Making content every week could be a challenge and I'm still learning every day. A big thing I kind of want to talk about is my more experimental things I've done. Back in 2016, I did music videos, and these music videos were by a singer that I really love, Melanie Martinez. I'm actually currently wearing her sweater because I fucking love her, and you guys can tell by my half and half hair. I just really admire her talent, and she is basically a huge part of my inspiration into why I even make things in the first place. So yeah, the music videos were very like fun and artsy thing I wanted to do to kind of replicate a story using music, and that's what I did. I did 4 of those. I keep doing this. I keep freaking, like, when I say something, I show the wrong number. 4 of those, and look where that has got me. 4 seasons of a series. I have 7 short films, and I have like 30 something skits. Like, I do a lot on this channel. Things I kind of want to point out is I also do music. As some of you guys know, I have 2 music videos out. My first music video that I ever did myself was Red. It was actually inspired by Melanie Martinez's sippy cup video where she splatters lipstick on her lips, but it's like a really quick thing, and I took that small little thing and made a whole video out of it because I don't know. But actually, fun fact, when I was writing the song, that idea of putting lipstick on my face was like the forefront. Before I even wrote the song, I had that in my mind. So I don't know how I did it, and which is why I still reference Red so much today, is because that video, that song it came out of me out of nowhere. It was like a weird thing. I have probably a weird obsession with people. Not weird like sexual, more weird as just just always wanted to be with them. So I kind of use that inner like self to make this video and song, and a lot of my songs have a similar theme of obsession, and I'm trying to get away from that because one, that's a little creepy and unhealthy, and also I want to have more variety in my music. So that's why it's taking me a lot longer to make more songs, is because I really catch myself from making those obsession songs. Another thing I want to mention in this channel is I've started doing more dances. As you know, I'm like an artist. I put that in quotation marks because what? But I consider myself an artist. I've been to art school somewhat. I do this, you know, for a hobby. I do animations and just all kinds of graphic stuff. I even got a certificate for graphics, but not to brag. But I like different art forms. Dance is an art form that I really like, but I don't like just any type of dance. I'm more into the theatrical dances and more of a storytelling through dance. Cool moves are cool, but I really like the more dramatic and it tells a story through the dance kind of person. My first attempt at doing a dance was the Big Girls Cry or something like that. I don't remember. Sorry, Sia, I love you, but I think it's Big Girls Cry. And where I was doing the like thing, like that was one of the dances that I really liked to do, and I'm so happy that I got to show that to you guys, even though it was a little cringy, but I still love it. I also learned the chandelier dance, but to film that by myself while also doing the dance was gonna be a huge headache, and I didn't want to deal with it, especially at that age. I was like 14 when I learned the dance. somewhere around there. And in my more recent dance, where I kind of used Diane's Experience 3 to kind of tell this dance, because it's actually a dance from Melanie Martinez's film, which inspired me to even make Diane's Experience 3, which I'll get into. But first, I just want to say that Diane's Experience 3, the music that I put in the beginning of the film to the middle of the film of Melanie, was hugely inspired because of her music, and music to me is very influenced by my art. I consider it art because it is a lot that gets put in to filmmaking. The writing process, the acting, and filming, the editing, all of that is art. And so that's why I love film so much, because there's so many little pieces to make one big piece, and sometimes it's not executed well. I get that. I know my stuff isn't perfect, and I know my stuff could use a lot of improvements, and I'm trying. I'm very self-aware of the things I put out, and I know that sometimes these things are pretty much trash. But I am working with very limited things, and for me to create things with the limited stuff I have takes a lot of work and a lot of energy, I have to admit. I'm trying to get better at making quality videos. As you know, I spent like $500 on a camera. I have a tripod. I have a computer. I even bought Final Cut. $300. That hurt my bank so much. And I'm really good at saving money, so it wasn't like I have nothing now. I have money. But as you know, it's really hard right now. And yeah, it's just, I spend a lot to make things for you guys, and sometimes I would admit it does feel like I'm wasting my time and also money doing this, but I have a true passion for film and everything that goes into it, that I'm willing to spend money on this stuff just to make things. Even if no one watches it, I love creating. I love making something out of nothing and just putting it out there. I have an art account that I use sometimes to throw on my art and put it out there. You guys can see it. I'll put it somewhere on the screen, my art account. If you guys want to follow it. I don't post often, mainly because I'm usually really busy with film and stuff like that, or I'm just not feeling the inspiration. And I also like digital art and I can't do it, so I just get unmotivated because I like digitally doing things. But that's not all. I know I'm just rambling about my art stuff, but I just want to tell you guys that because I know some of you guys don't know that I do art, and so I thought it would be a good way to tell you guys that I do other art forms. The films I've recently done by Diane's Experience 3, Alone, and also Did I Do That are all films that I'm really happy that I've done. I am really proud of Diane's Experience 3 and how like fulfilling it was to finally finish a trilogy. It was my first thing that I completed from start to finish, like without any like little things that I missed out, and just that. I have a bad habit of making something and wanting to see it fully go through. I didn't want to stop in hiding because there was so much story to tell, so I needed to finish the story in a good way. Originally season 2 was going to be the end, and even the way I tried closing it off in episode 9 of season 2 was so rushed, and I was like, no, this is not how you end a series. And so we got what we got. I really enjoyed the ending, and I hope you guys watch it if you haven't. As you guys know, I'm not talking about this anymore, so I don't want to keep going with in hiding, but just so you know that I needed to make a project where I started it and I finished it, because I don't like cliffhangers. I don't like just leaving a project dry and it to just go to the abyss and we never know what happens. I gave you guys a little bit, okay? So another thing that I don't really talk about a lot, I think, is my characters. You guys know I play a bunch of different characters on my channel. I play Diane, Rosa, Cole, Joe. These are like my 4 main characters that I constantly put out on my channel, and sometimes they even had their own film. In a way, I didn't realize what I was doing till much more recently. I realized that that roommates thing I did back in 2016 technically is still alive if you think about it. 4 roommates, but this case 5 because I'm also living there. So 5 people living in a house together and all these wacky shenanigans. These skits are very like together, and my new miniseries, Intervention, really drive home the point that these people live together and they're constantly at odds. And so it feels very show-like. So if you consider my skits as a show, please do. Because in a way, I do too. And just to set everything straight, the skits and stuff like that are all technically canon and sometimes are referenced in other videos, but usually are their standalone thing, but are canon because they have happened and their names are still, like, everything that happens usually is like something that happens in that skit like world. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, that's a thing. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's ever watched any of my videos. It's really hard to make things every day or every week. For 3 years, I consistently uploaded every week. And this is going to be my 4th year. And in a way, I get burnt out a lot, especially more recently with this whole coronavirus thing. You lose a lot of energy and just wanting to film. Even though you have free time, you have no energy to film. And for me, I think the reason why it's harder for me to make... Sorry, that's my cat. Oh, speaking of cats, I've never really properly introduced you to my cat Tiger. This is my cat Tiger. He is going to be 2 this year. Mwah. Oh, look at him. He's tired. He was taking a nap, so technically I'm bothering him. But he still loves me. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my cat. But, what was I saying? The reason why it's hard for me to come up with things when I have free time is because I have this thing called ADHD. I have a better time coming up with these random ideas when I'm busy doing something else. My mind likes to be all over the place. When I'm in a calm environment where there's nothing around, it's really hard for me to focus and really make something. A lot of my best ideas were because I was either very sad and my mind was like, you know what? Let's think about something else and do this crazy stuff. Or I'll be working and random shit just comes to my mind. I think of a skit. I had thought of intervention while I was working. I thought of the plot of season 4 of In Hiding while I was working. So I think of a lot of like big stuff when I'm doing something that I'm like, technically I shouldn't be thinking of all this stuff while I'm working, but I'm able to do it, and it's a weird thing my mind does, and I don't know why. My videos have went through so many changes, and I feel like I'm growing. I'm not this like try hard thinking that views will fall out of nowhere, but I do sometimes slip and kind of question my reasoning to making videos. But I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that's just chasing the views, you know? I made this channel simply to create and to show the world it. But it is hard. But I'm glad I have friends who help me through it and really like put me back into reality, because I can't think that this will go anywhere. I should just keep pushing and just keep creating, because I do want to make a career out of film and creating, even if it's not just for me. Like, I don't want to just make things for myself. I want to help others and make things for people and just really show what I have to offer. And yeah, I want this to be my life. I love it, and I spend a lot of my time thinking of ideas for this channel and for anything. Really, I have a show that I'm currently writing and filming. We're filming a couple of episodes. Right now we're on hold, but we are doing a bunch of stuff. I'm learning tricks and things like that, and I'm still learning because I'm self-taught for the most part. I took only 2 years of film in high school, which was so long ago. I can't believe that's gonna be like 5 years since I've taken a film course. I believe 2016, yeah, it was like 2016, 2017, that year. Obviously it'll be like 4 years, I believe, but just still really crazy. And also, In Hiding is gonna be 4 years old. That's a whole child. Insane, I know, But I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in another, and Gesundheit.